Hello, everybody. My name is Diana. I'm a bioengineer and web accessibility expert. And today I will try to prepare with you a project with inclusive design. So I will use some hardware with sensors to prepare a project that monitoring station that will help to provide data for people with disabilities, in particularly for people who are blind or can't access visual information. So I will use microbit mini computer. That's how it looks like. And I will code it with Python. And I will use also the shield to connect the microbit with sensors. That's how it looks like. And I prepared two sensors. This is CO2 sensor. This is the temperature sensor. And probably we'll use two more sensors, the luminosity sensor, so that it will provide us information about light level, and sound sensor. It's literally a microphone that will tell us what is the sound level and whether it's in normal value for our ears and for our attention when we work on something. So right now I will show you how to program such a monitoring station that will tell us precisely with the sound recognition the data, the measurements that are taken with the sensors. And I would like to show you first why I took this microbit, the second version, because we have also the previous version of microbit. This is V1 and this is V2. V1 doesn't have, first, the logotype is not tactile, so it cannot be used as the button. And it doesn't have a sound sensor, the microphone, and it doesn't have a buzzer inside. But here, I hope it can be seen, there is a small indication of the microphone. I don't know if it can be seen, but here it is, and it actually will become lighter when I use it, and you will see that this microbit, it can talk, it can pronounce the measurements that are taken and to give information, and even with precise speed and as loud as you want. So right now we'll show you how to program such project. Okay, I will share with you screen. I hope it can be seen. We will go to the programming interface with the chance that I use to program my projects. So right now we will open a programming interface microbit, and I will program with you the code for an inclusive monitoring station based on microbit. Okay. Let's see if I have any code left from my previous works. I hope no. So what we're gonna do, we will use this microbit with the shield, and I can already put this inside while the programming interface is charging. Okay, here it is. So that's what you can see. Okay, this is the previous code that I was working on. I will put it here. We don't need it now. I will create a code together with you. Oh, wait a second. I will just save the I will save the block répéter infiniment so that we can use a loop that will help us to repeat the code infinite amount of times. And first I will use the code. So if we press button A on microbit, which is right here, this is button A on microbit. In this case, we will get information, for example, about carbon dioxide. First, I will find the block that actually represent this sensor so that we can take a data from it? Here it is. And as you can see, it's very practical to use this programming interface with Asians, because it can be seen to which port we need to connect the sensor. So it's very practical information. But usually we need to open internet and check information, how to connect the sensor, even with which wires. But here all the information is included when you just put the focus on the block. So this is very practical. So I will use this block. First, I will take the block to show on the screen the measurement. I hope we have, yeah. So I included first, I will show it on the screen. So on this LCD screen LED, they will show the numbers if we press button A. That's what I prepared with me with this code. But that's not precisely what I want. I want also to for microbit to tell us what is the value, so that the person who cannot see what is the measurement on the screen, this person will hear the measurements. I will show you how it works. So this is the a special block, speech, which means that microbit will pronounce the measurement. So I will include this with the word carbon dioxide. And I will choose also, well, we don't need this block. So, and we will choose the speed. For example, 100, it's fine. And a dose, so we will choose here 300. We can vary it. We will hear how it sounds, and according to this, we will change it. Okay, and then I will add 1 second just to separate two speech blocks, where I will the microbit will pronounce the measurement. And here I will copy this block with the sensor, CO2 sensor, so that it pronounce the measurement. Okay, and it's important, we need to, so here is my CO2 sensor. It's here, and I connected to I2C. This is the port. Wait a second, I will just stop sharing. I will show you closely. So here is the sensor, and here are the wires, and I will connect the microbit that is already connected to the shield with this port I2C. The ports, they connect according to whether it's analog or digital output. So here we connected this sensor like this. Yep. And now I will be back to my code so that we can continue. Oh, which one it is? I think it's here. Yes. So now we will, so this will be for the button A. So what I did right now is that if we press button A on microbit, we will get the value of CO2 on the screen with LEDs. And also we will hear, straight after we will hear microbit saying carbon dioxide, and then in 1 second it will tell this measurement. So it will pronounce it, and like this we make this measurement accessible for people who cannot see it on the screen. Right now we will continue, and we will take this sensor, temperature sensor, which we will connect to for example P0, the port. I will first prepare I'll prepare the code, and then I will show you how exactly I connect it. So here is the second part of the code, and I choose right now button B. So now when we press button B, we will see on the screen the temperature measurement. And temperature measurement, right now I will find the block that correspond to this sensor. Now let me find it. No, this is not this. I will try to find it. So this is the temperature, but this is different. This is not this. Humidity. Yeah, that's where it is. And I will put it here. And I need to remember to put away the carbon dioxide block. So this one, I connect to P0. And here in the block with speech, I will change it to the word temperature. Yeah. Then I will save the time block so that it separate two blocks, the speech, so that we have some pause and we don't have two blocks pronounced straight one after another too fast. I believe it's better to have this pause. And it's important to remember to put this block with the temperature, so the measurement, in the second block for the speech. So like this, we will hear, and both of them with P0, yes, so it connects with P0. And now we'll stop sharing the screen with programming interface, and I will show you how I connect it with the microbit. So here's the microbit. We already have connected CO2 sensor. Yep. And now we take temperature sensor. Oh, here it is. And we connect it with the microbit right here. So here, where is P0? I will just show you again. So here is P0, the port, and I connect the wire precisely here. So here we have a temperature sensor. Now I'm back to my code, and we will continue with the next part. Now we will connect the sensor. Which sensor we will connect? We will understand the light level, so that the person who cannot see the light will understand still whether it's getting dark, so it's time to stop the work, or maybe it's too bright. So that it's important, even though the eyes are like for blind people, still we need to think about sensitivity for some parameters, including the light level, and also light from computer, which can be also, which can impact the health state. So this sensor, this is a light sensor, it will provide us this information. And now I will take, for example, we will use another block. It's not a block with the button that we will use. We will use a block with the button, with the logo, microbit logo, as the button. I will find it right now. Yes, here it is. This is the block. And we will add all this construction. Oh, it's a little bit disconnected. So we'll add it here. And now I will find the block that correspond to the light sensor. So it's among sensors. Okay. Where it is? Yes, here it is. I found it. And we will connect it to the port P1. And here we will write light. And now I will show how to connect our light sensor to the microbit. So here is the light sensor, and here is the microbit, which is already connected to CO2 sensor and the temperature sensor. And now we'll connect microbit with the light sensor, the port P1 that we added there already in the code. So here I take the code, I take the sensor, of course, the code is already ready, and I connect it with P1. Here is our sensor. And now we still have one port, which I will connect to the last sensor that I have. And this is the microphone. This is a sound sensor. Here it is. And let me back to our code. So what we're gonna do, we'll prepare the fourth part, the final part of our code, and we'll connect the sensor so that if the port P2 is touched, then we will hear the sound level. Now I need to find the block that corresponds to this sensor to get the information from the sensor. So I think it should be here. Yes, that's precisely where it is, and should be connected to one of the ports from P0 to P20. We'll connect it to port P2 so that we remember it's easy to understand that we need to touch port P2 in order to get measurement from this sensor, which is connected to port P2. Like this, it makes it more understandable, I believe. Okay, now I will just prepare the fourth part. So here we just change the text to sound level. And maybe for the third part about light sensor, I just thought that maybe we could change it to luminosity so that it provides better information what it is. Luminosity. Okay, so now I will connect the, well, now I will try to see whether my code works. So on the right, you can see the code. That's the code of our program with 4 parts in the loop while true. Yeah, and here, so actually this part that you see in the middle, it's about translation because it's for the temperature sensor. These are the measurements to get Celsius, the measurement in Celsius, because it can also, as you can see, it can provide information in Fahrenheit or Kelvin. But as we are right now in Europe, well, I am in Europe, but you can choose any other measurement according to what is used in your country. But I use information in Celsius, and that's why it is like this here. So I just will check. So the ports, for the first one, everything is fine for carbon dioxide. Second one is P0, temperature sensor, and we say temperature. Then we have P1 and luminosity, so light sensor. And the fourth one, oh, yeah, for the fourth one, yeah, we need to be careful. It's P2 here. Okay, so and now I need to connect the microbit with the sound sensor. I'll just connect it. I will show you here. So this is our sensor, and I connect it to the port P2. Here it is. So I just connect it like this. So we have right now 4 buttons that we'll press. Here is the A button, B button, logo, and P2. These are 4 buttons that we will use, and I hope that we will hear the information. I will use right now the wire to connect microbit with computer. Sorry, it's a little bit shaking because I'm connecting. So what I do, I just connect my microbit here. Yeah, it seemed to work. Yeah, I touched something, so right now it already started to it already started to provide information. Now I will just need to okay, now I hope that I didn't touch anything right now. Now okay, it already started to provide some information because there is another code. So right now I will show you how I connect the code, how I transfer the code to microbit. I will share with you my screen. Okay. So what we do this to connect and to connect microbit with the new code, to transfer the code to the microbit, and to connect microbit with this programming interface. I hope it's gonna work. So right now, at least the microbit is connected. Oh, I can touch something. Yes, but so I will show you precisely with me how it works. So for example, we will start with what exactly I touched. We will start with, or maybe I'm touching P2. I'm sorry. Now for sure I'm not touching anything, so it should be fine. Yes. Right now I'm not touching anything, including P2. So right now we'll start with button A. So I will press button A, then button B, then logo, and then P2. Okay, so let's start with button A. If I press button A, so you can see on the screen that first we should hear what is the level of carbon dioxide. Okay, let's hope that we will see it and we will hear the measurement. Okay, so carbon dioxide, it's 500 particles per meter. Then we go to B. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the first one was temperature. Let's try again. The second one, it was clear that it's carbon dioxide, it's 400. The first one is a temperature. Button A. Yes, it says temperature 26 degrees with some extra, but mostly it's 26 degrees Celsius. So the B button also worked. It's carbon dioxide 400 particles per meter. Now we'll try to, sorry, it's just that it's hard for me to look. I show you the screen so I don't read, and I need to listen properly. For me, it's hard to understand the information still, but I'm trying. Now I will try to touch the logo to understand what it is. The logo is connected with the luminosity level, the light level. So luminosity level is 655. And the last one, it's P2. It's a sound level. I didn't see how much precisely it was. I will just repeat it again. 410, as I understood. Oh, I better not to touch. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Oh, I understood. I think I understood completely what exactly I touched, because behind, behind there are also ports, so we need to be careful when we make a code, when we program something with with the buttons, with the port. As soon as the port is touched, then something should happen. We should be careful because it's also behind. I actually, when I was checking, so I just put microbit on the table and I didn't need to touch the back, like I didn't need to carry it like this to show you how it works. But yes, so that's how it works and that's how it sounds. I would like actually to try, because for me it was not really sounded so well. I will just try to increase, does it increase the volume if we try to change auteur? I will try just to increase this part, and we will see with just button A whether it works. If it doesn't work, then I will leave it the same, because I think that for people with with sight problems, with visual problems, with vision, they have very good listening ability, so they will, I believe they will understand what microbit says, especially people who use screen reader a lot. They actually listen what we see like on the side. They can hear everything. So I worked a lot with screen reader. First it was really hard to understand, but now I understand what it says, and I think microbit, so it will be easier for people with the vision problems. It will be easier to understand it rather than for us, we're not used to. Okay, so now I just wanna try to check with the A button, the just with, okay. Well, I think it's not about the how loud it is. Probably with the next time I will try to do this project with the special sensor with the buzzer, so that maybe it's gonna be louder. But right now, with the fact that Microsoft by itself, without being connected to any device, can actually pronounce the measurements, it's very good for creating inclusive projects, for creating web accessible projects. So it's anyway step forward. Okay, well, that's what I tried, and based on the information and the problems that I had, next projects I will try to use something else and to improve this experience. Okay, I will stop sharing. So here I showed how I made my code, and I hope it will inspire you and you will use it. And see you during my next videos and webinars. Bye.